Scott, a big game here tonight at Tynecastle, a chance at qualification still in our grasp given the result last night. But firstly, how's the mood in the camp with you and all the boys going into this one?
Yeah, it's been great. We met up on Monday, training's been good, a lot of new faces, we've got a lot of players missing, but it just means that the next generation get an opportunity, so really excited, everyone's looking forward to the game.
It's a challenge that you obviously constantly have to deal with at 21s level with the boys playing well, but of course now given the COVID restrictions, everything going on, it adds another challenge, doesn't it? But how have you found this experience given everything going on?
Yeah, I think everyone's just delighted that the games are going on. It's a big thank you to everyone who's helped the games get to this point and move forward. It's a brilliant opportunity for us all to play another top international.
It was a goalless draw in our previous result. You've obviously named your team tonight. Can you just give us a quick look at that team and how you feel going into this one?
Yeah, like I said, we have got a lot of players missing, and it just means you're kind of forced to change the team. We look to give a lot of the younger players an opportunity at some point. It would be nice to have a bit more control of when that happens, but right now we've been forced to make the changes because of injuries, but that's the same for all the teams. So looking forward to seeing how everybody performs today. And
just a final note, I touched on that result last night with Greece dropping points, obviously. Can you use that, Scott, as motivation for your players to go into a game like tonight?
Believe me, this team do not need any extra motivation. They're playing for their country, they're excited to be here. I speak about it all the time, the boys growing up wanting to play for Scotland, pushing towards the full squad. Our preparation is already done before we hear about any. We're concentrating on ourselves, and that's the way we do it game by game.
Well, welcome to Tynecastle Park here in Edinburgh, where Scotland hosts the Czech Republic. We had the drama and the penalties at Hampden Park last night for the senior squad, but the focus tonight turns to the under-21s in their quest to qualify for Euro 2021. It's a good evening from me, Luke Shanley, from Scotland's capital city. And it's 6 fixtures into this campaign for the Scotland Under-21s. 4 to go. We head to San Marino in midweek, and let's just have a look at the results so far for Scotland and give ourselves a reminder. It was a great start against San Marino, that 2-0 win, and then followed up by a win away in Croatia. A couple of 0-0 draws slowed Scotland down though, and that late defeat to Greece here at Tynecastle Park was very difficult to take, but a good win after the resumption of Under-21 football last month in Lithuania, and that certainly seems to be a good result given that Lithuania beat Greece last night by 2-0. So it's Czech Republic tonight before San Marino away, and then the last double header, it's Croatia and Greece in rearranged fixtures because of COVID-19. Let's check out the league table then and see just how crucial tonight's game is. Scotland sitting in 4th position, a game in hand though, and a win tonight will take Scotland into 2nd place. Tonight's opposition, the Czech Republic, the only unbeaten team in the group, and the qualification process has now changed. The 9 group winners still qualify, but rather than the group runners-up entering the playoffs, it will instead be the 5 best runners-up who will now go through to the finals in Hungary and Slovenia, the hosts who have already qualified. And in terms of looking at the best runners-up, then they exclude the results against the 6th place team in the group. Well, what about tonight's match? Delighted to say Owen Brown joins me from the Pure Football podcast here at Tynecastle Park. And Owen, your thoughts on tonight's game and just how crucial it is for Scotland?
Yeah, I think this is a very important match for Scotland. Given the setup of the group, as you mentioned, we have an opportunity with a victory tonight, maybe taking our cue from last night's Scotland win, to show some resilience and getting a by any means necessary victory, because it could put us, particularly with the San Marino game next week, into a very strong position for 2nd place. Yeah, it's changed the dynamic now, because Scotland were expected to play their last game against San Marino. That was going to be their last game in the group, but now they've got 2 tough ones for the last 2 games, looking at Croatia at home and then Greece away now. So it really has changed the dynamics as latter stages. Yeah, I think it puts us into a good position if we can have a really good result today, particularly with the fact that we win post Croatia, who'd be maybe our rival for 2nd place. The main thing perhaps to focus on with that is goal difference. Scotland have only scored once in their last 4 matches, and that could be a factor. So we'll need to hope that tonight we can, as I said, have a victory and maybe some goals.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Scott Gemmell throughout the campaign has lost players, but for a good reason in terms of being promoted to the senior squad. What is that like in terms of, do you feel for Scott Gemmell, is it a good problem to have?
Well, it must be a tricky thing for him to deal with, but I guess that's part of what you want as an under-21 manager, to eventually see your players develop and rise up to the senior squad. So he's got to take the positives from that, I guess, and also look at the new players that he has coming into the squad, maybe the younger ones like Harrison Ashby and Nathan Patterson, who we're seeing play today, to take the positions of the people that have been promoted.
Yeah, we'll confirm the team news shortly as the teams take the field here at Tynecastle Park, and Tynecastle has the benefit of having 2 tunnels and 2 different sets of changing rooms, so socially distanced the 2 teams are, there's no doubt about that, and that helps in the COVID times, that's for sure, as we line up ready for the national anthems. A crucial match in this closed doors game at Tynecastle Park, and delighted that you can join us here on the Scottish FA's social media channels before the match, the anthems, starting with our visitors from the Czech Republic. And now it's time for Flower of Scotland. Well, let's check out the starting 11 that Scott Gemmell has selected for this evening's match. And it's 4 changes for Scotland from the team that won in Vilnius last month. Ryan Porteous has been promoted to the senior squad. There's no George Johnson or Glenn Middleton. David Turnbull drops onto the bench. Alan Campbell will become the joint 4th most capped player at under-21 level tonight. Well, the Czech Republic drew 0-0 in their last match against Croatia, but goals haven't been hard to come by before that, especially when you're playing against San Marino. The man to look out for tonight is the number 11, Ladislav Kranjci. He has scored twice in the game against San Marino, both at home and away. And Owen, just quickly on the Czech Republic team, who else do we have to look out for?
I'd also suggest we look out for number 9, Janacek. He's a midfielder who'll play in the kind of double pivot for Czech Republic. He's very competitive, very strong, as all the Czech team really are. But he's also the guy that will play the ball out from the back for them. He's got a good right foot for long distance passes, and he's also got a really good delivery from set pieces, which is where many of the goals that the guy you mentioned, Craigles, scored from. So something to watch out for.
There's Ross McCrory, the captain. His brother is in the senior squad, Robbie, as one of the goalkeepers. Ross McCrory has impressed at Aberdeen so far this season on loan from Rangers, but it's an obligation to buy for Aberdeen, so he'll join Aberdeen permanently after this season, and he certainly has impressed, there's no doubt about that. And tonight's referees, the officials are from Spain. Guillermo Fernandez takes charge of the match at Tynecastle Park. And Owen, just before we start, how key is this for Scotland? Who are the key men that they're going to look at? Because there are players in there now who have got experience of playing week in, week out.
Yeah, I think that's one of the key things for us. The guys that you mentioned, like Alan Campbell, Ross McCrory, Lewis Ferguson, these are people who are playing senior football week in, week out for their clubs. On the other hand, this is a big night for Ross Doohan, who hasn't played in any of Ross County's 10 matches so far this season, taking Robbie McCrory's place as he moved up to the senior squad. So those would be key people for me, as well as Fraser Hornby, who hasn't played a lot of football at Stade de Reims in France, but it is certainly somebody that we should look into for goals.
Well, the Spanish official just making sure everything is okay for this one. And the players take the knee. It's a show of solidarity against racism. We're all ready to go. It's a big one for Scotland. The Czechs undefeated so far in the group, and we're underway here at Tynecastle Park in Edinburgh. And for Scotland, they want to try and get something early on. Ball launched looking for Hornby. It's blocked and cleared away by the Czechs. It's going to be an interesting one tonight. The battle is the Czech Republic trying to get forward there, but the foul given, and it was a challenge on Lewis Mayo, I think it was there. What's going to be key in the early stages, Owen?
I think that, well, you just mentioned Lewis Mayo. It's quite a new partnership at the back with Johnston, Porteous not being available. So Mayo and McIntyre is playing alongside him will need to be strong. As I mentioned, the Czechs are very robust, very aggressive off the ball, quick to second balls. So that's something we need to be prepared for.
You could see there the ball being launched to Hornby, and he did get the flick on. Nobody running off him there, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get the support up there tonight. The Czechs will be happy with the fact they are unbeaten in the group so far, and the game's still to come. After this, they have a trip to Lithuania, and as we said, their great result last night means that they are no mugs, and they've got a draw here as well, as the Czechs go on an early attack looking to get the ball into the box. And it's an awkward one maybe for Doohan here, and he has to gather at the second attempt. The ball just seemed to hang up in the air though. But as Owen mentioned, Doohan now the number one at this level. His 10th cap today, 4 clean sheets for the Scotland Under-21s. 3 in the last 4 games he's played. It's Hornby looking to get the flick on there. Campbell trying to burst in, but it's cleared out into touch. Hornby goes down. He's playing over in France now with Stade de Reims, a real historic club in European football. One of the first teams to get to the European Cup final back in 1956. They lost to Real Madrid in that tournament in the final. They got back to the final 3 years later as well. Not the powerhouse they once were in the 50s. Hornby seems to be okay. And on we go. Campbell shielding the ball, and it goes. I think he was trying to get a knock to maybe knock it out for a corner there. It didn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks as though Campbell's playing as the most advanced of the Scottish midfielders, almost in a kind of 4-4-2 when Scotland don't have the ball up alongside Hornby.
the most capped player in this current squad. Tonight it's number 22. Now the ball out there. Scotland tried to clear it upfield. It was Patterson. He shrugs his shoulders, but it will be a throw to the Czechs. I know when you have been studying the Czechs, and you did point out some of the key men, but what else? What makes them the team that have gone unbeaten so far?
As I mentioned, it's their hard-working nature. They're a very kind of robust kind of intense team. If you see the ball going out towards the sideline, 3 or 4 of them will press the ball carrier quite aggressively. And as I said, try and win turnovers, throw in second balls. Apart from that, they like to go pretty direct from the back. So similar to Scotland, kind of maybe relying on that one centre forward kind of into the channels. Those are the kind of main things to look out for them, apart from, as I mentioned, set pieces, which similarly to the senior team, they're a big threat from, with number 11, the left-sided centre-back, Craikle being the main guy to watch.
McIntyre's switch of play. Scotland looking to get it into the box here. It was Ashby. Just didn't get the connection he wanted. Harrison Ashby there. Just 18, but he's played twice for West Ham this season in the EFL Cup. And he started in the last EFL Cup match against Hull. It was a 5-1 win. His dad Barry was a former Watford and Brentford player, also played with Gillingham in the 80s and 90s. And the referee, he's telling off the subs here, who are just being a bit busy, as officials sometimes like to be.
It's a really exciting right-hand side for Scotland, with Ashby, as you mentioned, at right back, and also Patterson ahead of him, the 2 youngest players in our squad. Patterson's just 19 next week, and Ashby's slightly younger than him.
Yeah, we mentioned that because Scott Gemmell does lose his players, but it means he's doing his job right, because the players are developing and they're moving up to the senior squad and they're getting an opportunity. As McIntyre has to blast it away. But just on that one, you can see that the foundation is here for the next campaign already, with the likes of the youngsters in Ashby and Patterson.
Absolutely, and Lewis Fiorini, who'll be joining us for the trip to San Marino next week as well, who's another exciting talent in that kind of slightly younger age group that's going to be starting to join the Under-21s.
Yeah, he was born in 2002. That makes me feel very old.
Me too.
So Souček with this throw for the Czech Republic, as they look to try and get on the front foot here, and throws it all the way behind, and it's a goal kick to Scotland. Doing forward, looking for Hornby over his head, but McCrory tries to get it back in there. Hornby rises. Daniel Harvey, McCrory plays it safe all the way back to the goalkeeper. Blasted forward by Doohan, on loan at Ross County from Celtic. Daniel Harvey forward. Runs through to the goalkeeper. Scotland will want to make him busy tonight, that's for sure. Harvey wins it in the leap there. It's Souček that goes down. The free kick given against Harvey, to me it looked like he made an attempt to win a header, and it was very strong and powerful. Nothing wrong with that, but I stand to be corrected. Free kick or no free kick, Owen?
I thought that was a harsh one, but we need to be prepared here. Oh, I thought Janusek was maybe going to launch it in. This is the guy I mentioned that has a good right foot delivery.
Well, looking at that again, for me, Harvey wins the header. Nothing in that, but anyway. Forward by Mayo. Campbell giving chase. There's a real terrier in there, and wins the throw-in for Scotland. We mentioned Campbell's experience at this level, Owen, and this is his 22nd cap. He finally got his goal in the last game against Lithuania, but the fact that he's playing week in, week out for Motherwell and playing well when they were struggling early in the season, Stephen Robinson said he wished he had 11 Alan Campbells. Does that sum up his importance?
Absolutely. Campbell's experience, not just for the 21s, but in club football as well, is phenomenal. So many minutes that he's played by the age that he is. And yeah, I'd imagine he's the sort of player that as a manager you wish you did have the ability to clone.
McCrory in there to win possession back for Scotland. Surely he was fouled, and it's a free kick to Scotland. There's Lewis Ferguson, thought about a quick one, opts to leave it to Mayo instead. Harvey giving chase, has to prevent it from going out though. The MK Dons man, signed in the summer. When you're playing for Scotland at under-21 level and you're a left back, I don't know if you're inspired by the guys in front of you or you dread it, thinking this is going to be tough to get into this Scotland team.
I think you have to take that as a positive challenge. Harvey scored his first goal for MK Dons very recently, so be nice if we could see some goals coming from lots of different places within this team. So.
Yeah, he scored against Ipswich last time out for MK Dons in a 1-1 draw. And E. McCall certainly was very complimentary of him when he had him at Ayr United, thinking that he certainly could go on to bigger and better things. He's a former teammate of Ross McCrory as well when they were both at Dumbarton in 2017. Hornby trying to bustle his way through. Mayo gets it back. Here is the Stade de Reims man, Campbell. Just can't quite get it back to Ferguson. The Czechs looking to build now. Nothing wrong with that, says the referee. Hornby. Here's Patterson. Back into Fraser Hornby. Campbell couldn't find him though, but Scotland still in a decent position as the flag goes up on the far side. And the offside flag it is. Free kick to the Czechs.
Some encouraging signs there of a little bit of link-up play, but also for me pleasing to see that we were winning the second balls and getting to things first, which is one of the things that the Czechs often are good at. So that's a positive sign.
Yeah, that could be key tonight for Scotland. In this group, they've had good performances and good results, and then just sometimes those couple of 0-0 draws seem to just hold us back slightly. But so key to show the character last time out against Lithuania to get that win. And Scotland still well in with a shout of qualifying for the finals. Advantage played here, Souček. And the shot goes in. Trundle's wide in the end.
A good movement from the Czechs, but promising to show that we limited them to a shot from relatively far distance that I'm sure Doohan had covered, even if it was on target. And as you mentioned earlier, good to take our cues from the resilience we showed against Lithuania and also the resilience shown by Scotland last night, to keep plugging away till the end for a win.
Vanacek was wanting a foul there, but the referee played the advantage. Reading nodding it on, nobody there for Scotland. Souček. Scotland have to be wary here. The ball into the box. And Doohan was able to gather.
Really good block from Ashby there, just to get enough on the ball to slow it down for Doohan to save.
Souček now. It's a dangerous ball in. Claims for a penalty. The referee says no. Well, what do you think of that then, Owen?
It didn't look like a penalty for me on first glance, but a little bit worrying that the Czechs seem to be making some inroads down that side and are getting good balls in. What do you think, penalty or not?
Not for me.
Same here.
McIntyre. Now Mayo. Back to Doon. Launched forward with Patterson the target, just too much on it. About 13 minutes played here at Tynecastle. It's Scotland 0, Czech Republic 0 in this crucial under-21 qualifier for the finals in Hungary and Slovenia. Well, foul goes against Scotland. The hands were up and no advantage to the Czechs, so free kick awarded by the Spanish official. Here's Janusek. Good block there by Patterson. And Scotland get the throw. You mentioned the youngsters on that side for Scotland. How key is that you can see the progress that they are coming through, and Scotland are able to adapt when they do have players out at the back?
I think that's really important to have that kind of next group of players ready to step up if needed, because, you know, of course, as you mentioned, as an under-21 manager, you maybe don't know when one of your players is going to move up to the senior setup, so you need to have a kind of steady pathway of players that are ready to fit in when required.
Well, our Czech player down here, he's claiming he's taking a sore one in the face there, is Vanacek. The referee checks he's okay and he says play on. It's a throw into the Czech Republic. Vanacek wasn't happy, but on we go. And the referee not happy now. He wants another word with somebody here. A warning from the referee, but we're back underway. Played into the area away by Harvey. Scotland looking to get out here. Hornby looking to do the pressing too. Scotland have got out well here. Good play there by Redding.
A really good defensive header from Harvey as well, getting as well up the pitch.
Suchek. Well, he's sliced it into the middle. There's a chance for Patterson to try and take the ball off Janusek. Given away. Back to Doon here. Strong blast forward. Hornby's going to have to do the chasing here. Well, the defender does well to read the flight of the ball. McIntyre. It's more up than out this time. He's going to have to do some defending here. The Czech Republic getting to the byline. The ball in. Easy for Doon in the end. We approach the 20-minute mark, and what have you made so far, Owen?
There haven't been a lot of chances so far, which I guess is a positive for Scotland. You know, the Czechs have, as we mentioned, come down the right-hand side quite a lot, but haven't been able to make anything of note. I think it would be nice to see us hang on to the ball a little bit more if we're able to, but we're coping pretty well with them so far. What I mentioned about their aggression, their intensity, and their ability to get second balls, I think we've handled fine.
Mayo's ball forward. Hornby thought he might have been in there, but realised that it was running through to the goalkeeper. There's Ashby. Patterson left it. making sure he was onside. Here he is again, battling hard to try and win it. Still the Rangers man keeps possession. Scotland hunting in packs there to make sure the Czechs didn't get forward.
Yeah, good effort by Patterson. Ordinarily plays as a right back, but he did play at right wing for Scotland in their last match against Lithuania, and he was involved in the build up to Alan Campbell's goal. He can be a danger from the right hand side.
McCrory, Mayo, back to Doohan. Left footed this time forward. Hornby the target again. Good flick on. Reading nearly getting on the end of that. It's well blocked in the end.
Really well won by Hornby there. That was impressive.
Is that when it's going to be key to get that support round him and the guys playing off him?
Absolutely, with Campbell up close to him as he seems to be doing, but also the wide men Reading and Patterson taking a chance to come in when they can.
McCrory. It's blocked. There's a chance for Janisic now. Sadalik the captain. McCrory looking to try and win that ball back though. And the Czechs keep possession, looking to keep the pressure on. Souček's ball in, away by McIntyre. And now Harvey looking to blast it clear. The Czechs looking to keep Scotland hemmed in though. Forced back now. Forward it goes, well played by the goalkeeper. An awkward ball. McIntyre, now Ferguson. Harvey, the ball in the air a lot just now. Bit scrappy in there, but Scotland having to do enough to make sure that they don't give anything away to the Czechs here in this first half. Forward it goes again, the offside flag is up. It's a decent ball as well, but the assistant referee in no doubt. How wary do we have to be of this Czech attacking threat?
Well, I think, as I said earlier, the main threat comes from kind of long direct balls into the channels. With the number 20, Václav Durkal, running those channels. He's a broad, tall forward, tends to try and kind of lay it off for the fullbacks or the midfielders to go beyond him. But you know they are good at that. It's definitely something to watch out for. I think what that chance showed, even though it was offside, was that having those kind of two people who are adept at playing at fullback on our right hand side means that we do have good defensive cover.
Hornby with the knock on, looking for Campbell. Away it goes by the Czechs. Durkal here winning the, well, he's given away the free kick with a handball, says the referee, so free kick to Scotland. So a chance to get one into the area here for Scotland.
McIntyre and Mayo both joining the attack, but it's quite a high line from the Czechs. Let's see how Lewis Ferguson gets on with his delivery.
Lewis Ferguson not happy with the yards. Ferguson lofting it in. McIntyre the target, downward header, and there's a foul there.
It's a good ball from Ferguson, got it into a good area for us.
Zima down, and free kick to the Czechs. How key are the set pieces going to be tonight, do you feel, for Scotland?
Well, I think, you know, particularly given our lack of goals lately, just one goal in the last 4 ties for Scotland Under-21. We need to try and find goals from any source we can get them. So corners, free kicks, if we can keep up the good deliveries like that one from Lewis Ferguson and have people like McIntyre and Mayo and Hornby in the mix, might be an opportunity for a winner.
And remember, Scotland 4th in the group, 11 points, but they've played one game less than everyone else, and San Marino have played one game more. Just the 6 games for Scotland. I think you look back at that Greece game and thinking, even if it finished 0-0, it would have been a good point, and they scored the last-minute penalty, and that really dented the confidence at one point. But they've picked it up since then. Obviously, they had the break because of the lockdown and the COVID restrictions. But it was such an important win against Lithuania, and a late win as well. And we mentioned the character earlier. As the Czechs have a throw on that far side. "23 minutes in here at Tynecastle Park, 0-0 between Scotland and the Czech Republic. Ferguson just couldn't control that there. Pinball as it's blasted away by Patterson. Hornby giving chase. McIntyre has to deal with it. And out into touch.
We saw it with the last throw in from here that the Czechs like to throw it into the middle.
Patterson looking to get Hornby in here. There's a chance. Patterson, will he go for goal? It's back to Hornby, and it's 1-0 to Scotland. Fraser Hornby with his 7th at under-21 level. And Scotland picking up on the mistake, and great link-up play between Hornby and Patterson.
That was an absolutely wonderful goal by Scotland. Really great to win a turnover high up the field. We saw with the previous throw-in for the Czechs that they like to throw it into the middle, and often that works out well for them, but it was wonderful from Scotland to pounce on that breakaway, and what a finish from Hornby. Delighted with him.
Well, he showed composure, as did Patterson, in a key area of the park. Patterson, you wouldn't have blamed him if he had a go for goal himself, but he gave it to that man Hornby, top scorer in the squad. And the man who plays his football in France has given Scotland a first half lead, 1-0. Well, fantastic stuff for Scotland, just latching on to that error. And it's something to build on now. The Czechs unbeaten in the group so far, as we've mentioned. What will they do now? Away by Mayo. But because the group is so tight, Owen, then it's not necessarily saying a draw would have been a good result for the Czechs tonight, because everyone's still got to play everyone else, and it's there's a lot of 6-pointers out there.
That's absolutely correct, yeah. Every game is absolutely vital in this group now, and I think that Scotland can take a lot of confidence from going ahead, and particularly the nature of the goal. For a team that's maybe struggled to get goals, getting a goal that's come from seizing on an opponent's mistake, but then also having the composure and the clinical edge to take the goal. I think if we can kind of stand firm against the Czech Republic coming forward now, we've got to feel very confident in the back of that.
Janosek, he gets the free kick. Lewis Ferguson protests his innocence. Well, the ball hit his hand, and you could try and second guess any handball rule you want, but you just never know what referees are going to do now. But a chance for the Czechs to bounce back almost immediately.
Number 6, the captain, Sadilek, that's standing over this, the left back, has very nice left foot. He hit a good free kick against Croatia in the Czech Republic's last match. And Janosek also very good with his right.
Well, they've had the discussion. Who will hit this one? Will it be the captain, Sadilek? Will he take the responsibility? Crucial moment here for the Czechs. Can they bounce back straight away? It's Sadalek with the free kick, pushed away by Doohan, and Scotland will get it clear.
Really good save from Doohan, confident hands to get it well away from the goal.
Yeah, pushed it out there to make sure it was away from the danger zone, allowing Ashby to clear. Now Patterson, Campbell looking to try and impose himself on this game. 2 Scotland players going for the ball, but it was one. Czech player goes down with a head knock, gets to his feet now as Harvey plays it forward for Reading on this left hand side. And Scotland have a throw. McIntyre, the Reading man, forward looking for Campbell. The Czechs able to get it clear here. Great challenge by McIntyre.
McIntyre's done really well today so far with kind of balls into the channels, but that was a particularly nice tackle.
He's featured 3 times for Reading this season as Ferguson gets that out. How crucial a stage is this after scoring, not wanting to give the Czechs any hope just now?
Yeah, this is a vital spell of the game. If we can go into half-time on top, that would be really, really good platform, and I think the experienced players within Scotland's team are key for us at this moment.
Janicek's ball to Sadalek, the captain. He can't find anyone, and Harvey can clear. Now McCrory. Hornby looking to try and win the free kick. The Spanish referee says no. And Sadalek, the captain, under pressure from Patterson there. Is there a break on here for the Czech Republic? They have a man over here as well. It's Souček. Just unlucky there. Scotland doing enough. And McCrory. Back to Patterson, who goes down. The referee awards a free kick. The Czechs not happy. Scotland not complaining.
I think Harvey got just enough on it there. He was dribbled at, which was good. And it was good to see McCrory moving away. It'd be really nice if that midfield partnership of McCrory and Ferguson, so experienced and also club teammates, maybe can calm things down a wee bit and get Scotland a little bit of possession.
Well, when I interviewed Derek McInnes after the win over Hibernian across the city in August, he described Ross McCrory as a Rolls Royce of a player. He rates him that highly. He's been very impressed since he managed to get him up to Aberdeen. Got a couple of goals as well against Kilmarnock and Viking in the Europa League in that latter game, but he has been impressive and playing every week as well. But the Czechs now looking to go forward, and it's a free kick again. Durkal brought down, and it's another set piece opportunity. This time Janicek wants it. But again, another dangerous area, and I think we can see the foul there from Mayo.
Yeah, it was definitely a foul, and quite close to the Scotland penalty area as well. And as we mentioned, Janicek is a danger with his right foot.
Well, the referee wants a word with a couple of the players. Daniel Harvey of Scotland being called over. Just making sure that nothing goes on, and you always get worried when the referee keeps an eye on somebody just before a free kick. Janicek going for goal. The wall does its job. Janicek with a second chance, but Scotland get it partially cleared here. Patterson now. He had a swing at it. Patterson concedes another free kick there as he goes down himself.
Bit of a waste from Janicek there, even with having people to aim at in the box, including Krakel. He went for the shot and the wall did really well, but there's another opportunity now, of course, for him to deliver.
Set piece opportunity then for the Czechs. Scotland need to stand firm again. Flighted in, doing with a strong punch, and I think it's McIntyre who comes off the worst in that one.
Really good confident punch from doing there.
Well, the goalkeeper was out. He made sure that he was confident enough to get in with the crowd to make sure there was no problems. Patterson. Well, you can see there one of the Scotland players down. It's the captain, McCrory. You know, I was talking about McCrory earlier though, and how Derek McInnes has been impressed, and how key is it when they get to that age where first team football becomes so key?
Oh, absolutely, and I think it's a really good sign for Scotland Under-21 that quite a few of these players are getting that first level senior minutes for their teams now, particularly including these midfielders, you know, Ferguson, McCrory and Campbell as well.
Yeah, he did get that full season under him at Portsmouth as well on loan, but a bit disjointed with the COVID issues. Good win there by the offside flag up against Hornby. He was well knocked on by McIntyre initially.
Yeah, McIntyre's won about 3 headers in a row despite the knock he took in our own penalty box earlier. I'm really impressed.
Campbell leaves it for Patterson. Just unlucky, the ball rolled away from him there. Now the Czechs looking to come forward on this right-hand side with Souček. Vanacek now looking to put the ball across, and it's Mayo who can get it clear. Vanacek has a second chance. Now out to Janacek. Oh, and Daniel Harvey had to look lively just to make sure. But the danger's not over for Scotland. And the shot goes in. It's pinball in there as Campbell gets it clear and Hornby can give chase.
Bit of a stramash in the area there, but you know, Scotland got away with it. Really good block by Mayo, and then Harvey having to cover against Janacek's pass.
The Czechs looking to come again. Scotland have to be aware here. Vanacek. He's got Souček over on the right hand side. Goes to Janacek instead. Now it's the captain, Sadalek. Janacek. Souček back to Janacek. Scotland just have to be patient here. Soak it up as the Czechs have a man over here. It's the captain, Sadalek. Good strong challenge there by Ashby. The Czechs keep possession though. Sadalek the captain. The Czechs looking dangerous as they burst into the box. Good defending there by Lewis Ferguson, getting back, but the Czechs have a corner.
Really good block from Ferguson there, but again, not for the first time in the last few minutes. The Czech Republic managing to get in behind us on the wings and get low balls into the box. Very dangerous.
Yeah, well, there was the pinball earlier. Scotland had to look lively to get cleared. And that could have gone anywhere.
Often tend to run towards the far post, and Craco's a danger, number 11.
Ball comes in, Doohan gets something on it, gets enough just now. But again, the Czechs looking to come again with Vanacek. And it goes the downward header, and Doohan collects. Well, there's a decent ball in there by Souček. Now Ashby runs that one out. I think a good experience for the young player, making his first appearance, and he has had that taste at West Ham as well.
Yeah, he performed very well for West Ham United in the win over Hull that you mentioned earlier, a game that Robert Snodgrass also played in. He's a very impressive young right back.
Souček in possession for the Czechs. McIntyre having to look lively to get it away. Will the Czechs retrace their steps? It's Crackle all the way back to the goalkeeper. Crackle forward. Here's Souček. Vanacek's ball in. Doohan again looking lively for Scotland. Now the instructions coming on that from the Scotland coaching staff, they want the crosses to be stopped. When you see the likes of Vanacek getting down that right hand side, that's a couple he's been able to put in. But here's Hornby now for Scotland, going for the first time effort. Trundles wide in the end. Is that something Scotland need to be wary of at the back?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Doohan's coped well with the crosses so far. Not many of them have been particularly dangerous. And when they have come in low, Mayo and Ferguson have been there to prevent the Czech players getting to them first. But we need to stop that happening at source and cut off the opportunity to make the crosses.
McIntyre back to Doohan. Forward looking for Hornby. He wins the knockdown. Campbell giving chase. The goalkeeper has to look lively here. Under pressure from the Motherwell man. Harvey wins possession for Scotland. Does well. Does Daniel Harvey. Redding with the ball in. Is it a good one?
Oh.
Patterson just couldn't get in front of his man there, and he's conceded the free kick.
That was a lovely cross in from Redding there. Very, very dangerous ball. Just unfortunate that Patterson couldn't quite get there in time to turn it into the net. But encouraging signs for Scotland again, winning the ball high up the park and making a chance quite quickly afterwards.
McIntyre, no nonsense there. So not long to half time now, and Scotland lead by that Fraser Hornby. Goal to nil. But can the Czechs get something before half time? Corner kick they have. Hornby's goal after 24 minutes, giving Scotland the lead. It's certainly something to hang on to. This would be a big win in this group for Scotland if they can do it. The Czechs unbeaten, but they won't be giving up easily. They have had that chance with the free kick as well. This time it's a corner now, and it's the captain Sadalik to take. And it goes, the header just over the bar. But certainly the Czech Republic showing they can cause problems from set pieces again.
Really dangerous corner there. That's definitely one of the Czech Republic's main weapons, corners, and we saw Durchel getting in front of Scotland defenders there. He doesn't use any kind of complex movement. He's just quite a broad and tall player, and gets there first.
Patterson, unlucky there, ball hit off him. Ashby. Good play there by Janusek. Now here's Suchek. Janusek again looking to set away Vanacek. It runs out for a goal kick. Scotland will take their time over this one. What's your thoughts on the first half?
Well, Scotland did brilliantly to get the opening goal, and I think that's been the main kind of chance of note throughout the match. Beyond that, as mentioned, we obviously have to keep in mind the absence of Billy Gilmore, who would be, normally Scotland Under-21s main kind of ball player and playmaker. Absent due to injury, but perhaps need Ferguson, McCrory to put their foot on the ball a little bit more at this point.
Well won by Ashby there. McCrory and Ferguson, well, got in each other's way. Mayo does enough. And it's a throw to the Czechs. Sadalik looking for options here from his teammates. Oh, lovely back heel. There's danger for Scotland. And McCrory and Ferguson do enough, and then it's blasted clear by Mayo. Now Hornby giving chase. The referee says that's that for the first half here at Tynecastle Park, and it's encouraging signs for Scotland. They lead by a goal to nil. Fraser Hornby, the man who has scored that crucial strike on 24 minutes, his 7th at under-21 level, and it's positive this first half. Scotland go in at the break, a goal up. Let's have a look at that goal, Owen. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so we can see the throw in from the Czech Republic into the middle of the field, which they like to do. Brilliantly won, seized upon, and then good interplay between Hornby and Patterson there, and very composed from both Patterson and Hornby. What a finish in off the post. Absolutely brilliant goal there.
Yeah, Scotland taking advantage, looking lively, and Hornby set away. And I thought he might have had a strike there, and then you thought maybe Patterson would have a go, but Hornby showing his prowess in the box, or at the edge of the box rather, and that was key. But then the Czechs did get a chance after that handball, and that meant that Scotland had to look lively. The set piece opportunity for the Czech Republic in this first half. But what about this save?
Yeah, Sadalik has a really good left foot, and he goes for the far post with quite a low shot, and it's really wonderfully saved by doing. Pushed the ball far away from the goal.
Yeah, he did indeed, and that's why Scotland are still ahead here, and you'll see it now. Well pushed out of the danger zone by the Celtic goalkeeper on loan at Ross County. So Scotland ahead at half time by a goal to nil. Positive stuff, and it was also positive last night at Hampden Park. The drama and the tension. Well, how are your nerves after that? It was something else at Hampden. Extra time and penalties. Let's get a reminder of all the tension and the drama from last night when Scotland played Israel at senior level.
And John McGinn, who's done so much for the Scotland cause in recent times, is first up here in the penalty shootout. Here we go. Oh, that was close, but it's in from McGinn.
Off of Marciano, can't believe he didn't get more on that.
Iran Zahavi, who has scored so many goals for Israel of late, is first up for them. You can normally rely on him as far as Israel are concerned, but you never quite know in a penalty shootout. It's a 1-to-1 duel. Zahavi against Marshall. Zahavi and Marshall saves. Fabulous. An early advantage for Scotland.
Fabulous save. Didn't look as if there was a lot wrong with the penalty. Got plenty on it. Well, again, David Marshall takes his chances, goes early.
Callum McGregor next up. Scotland 1 up in the shootout. Celtic v Hibs. Scotland v Israel. McGregor with an excellent penalty.
Doesn't get much better, into the side netting from Callum McGregor. Terrific pen.
The high drama of a penalty shootout, the extreme tension. Near Beaton's turn. And Marshall almost got a fair bit on that. His header went wide. His penalty needs to be bang on target. McTominay squeezes it in the corner superbly.
Well, it had to be good. Again, Marciano goes the right way.
It is Weissman, and straight down the middle.
Well, you take your chances when you go down the middle, and he gets away with it. Obviously watched David Marshall for the first couple of penalties, going really early to either side.
Shankland, it's another wonderful penalty.
Lovely disguise on it. Opened his body and then closed his foot on it.
Moments in football do not get much bigger than this. Abu Fani or Marshall, who do you fancy? And it's into the corner again, and the shootout continues.
Terrific penalty again. Even if David Marshall goes the right way, I'm not sure he saves that.
Steve Clarke hoping and praying, a nation hoping and praying. Scotland's 5th penalty. If Kenny McLean scores, they're off to Serbia for the playoff final. This is one monumental kick. It is Kenny McLean, and he's done it! If ever there was a time to seize the moment, that was it! And all of a sudden, a nation cheers, a nation believes it has gone Scotland's way after all, after a long, long night at Hampden Park. But then that is sometimes the way it has to be with Scotland, quite often in fact. And they will go to Serbia next month. And they will be hoping that they will remember the 12th of November, because if they do, they'll be off to the Euro 2020 finals.
Steve, first of all, congratulations, the result that everybody wanted tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it took a little bit longer than maybe we hoped for and expected, but we got there in the end. It was always going to be a really tight, nervous affair. Playoff games usually are. Goes all the way to penalties, and then you have to show character, determination. Great save for Marsh, and 5 perfectly executed spot kicks.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of nervous fans watching across the country. How did you feel watching on the penalty shootout?
I think when you get to that stage, you've already had the nerve through the game, so you're shredded up inside anyway, and you're hoping that you get the luck, you get the break. Obviously, John McGinn's first penalty, we got a little bit of luck, it squeezed through and got in the net. Marsh made the save, and like I said, after that we managed to put them all away. So for me, the last penalty shootout I was involved in was a losing Champions League shootout, So it's nice to come out on the right side of one.
So much work goes into it, and obviously so much hurdles that were thrown up in the way as well this week, but the work's been put in. You boys and the staff are putting so much work. You must be pleased that it is job done and it's now a final to look forward to.
No, I'm really pleased. I'm pleased for the players because of the effort they put in. They put in a fantastic, as did the Israeli players. It was a game of maximum effort and not a lot of chances. But for us, and for me, one of the biggest things is nobody's saying about formations or talking about how we played. Every player on the pitch did his job properly.
Yeah. And when you look at that formation, of course, another chance to look at it tonight and another step in terms of getting that consistency and the boys playing in that shape. That must be another pleasing aspect.
And another game where we come out victorious. Exactly. So we're trying to build something, and I think people maybe underestimate that a bit. We're trying to build, and slowly you have to build character, you have to build confidence, you have to build quality. That will come. The more results you get, the better we'll become.
Yeah, and 2 games in quick succession, so just to end, looking forward to those and another chance to continue this momentum that's been building.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously tonight's going to be a little bit, we're going to have to come down, unwind a little bit. I'm missing a few players that, for different circumstances, so we're going to have a look and get some players to join us tomorrow to boost the squad. It was a big effort, over 120 minutes for a lot of the players. And it's going to be almost impossible for them to play the next 2 games full 90 minutes, so a little bit of thinking for the coaches to do, and hopefully we come up with the right formation for the next 2 games.
Welcome back to Tynecastle. Big second half for Scotland. Can they hang on? Can they even extend their lead and get a big win in their attempt to qualify for Euro 2021 in Hungary and Slovenia? The Czechs kick off this second half. That's the captain to knock it forward. He wins the throw-in, Sadalek. Luke Shanley and Owen Brown is alongside me here at Tynecastle Park. What's going to be key now for Scotland in the second half?
I think seeing this out, as you mentioned, this could be a really big win for Scotland. Gives us a real good chance of qualifying. And as we mentioned earlier, maybe seeing if we can get some more goals.
Yeah, will it be stick or twist as McIntyre goes in, the challenge on Vanacek. It's going to be an early free kick in the second half for the Czech Republic. You can see it here. Certainly caught him.
Yeah, a little bit late from McIntyre there. He's done very well in his defensive duels so far today, but got turned there. And his set pieces have been quite dangerous.
Free kick to the Czechs. Right at the beginning of this second half. Flighted in, all the way to the back post. And it goes behind for a goal kick. Well, the ball across the face of goal, and nobody could turn it goalwards here.
It's a really dangerous delivery from Janacek with that right foot. And Czech Republic close to getting into it, both at the front and the back post.
Hornby the target here. Sadalek away. The Czechs, well, it's a foul there. Lavati brought down. The Czechs looking to get underway quickly now. Plachati gets it back. Across to Zima. Plachati again. Zima, the big number 4 for the Czech Republic. Scotland doing enough to keep them in their own half. McIntyre. Ferguson stretching. And the Czechs now can break forward. The shot goes in, but it was a team effort in the end from Lavati. Easy for doing.
Yeah, Scotland managing to limit that attack to a long-range shot that Doon dealt with easily, but interesting to see that in the second half Scotland are still in that 4-4-2 type shape, but the Czech Republic have their fullbacks pushed very high up, going for it.
Away by Zima. And Campbell gets a yellow card there. Seemed to go in late on Crackle. And the player didn't really make the most of it. The referee was at close quarters, so Campbell, the first man in the book. So free kick to the Czechs. Zima over this one. Scotland looking to get the high line. Well, an awful free kick, but it managed to find its way to a Czech Republic player. Janacek had knocked it forward, but Scotland have it through Harvey. Good play as well. Far too much on that for Hornby. There's no point even giving chase there.
Another well-won header by McIntyre though, and although the pass didn't come off from Harvey, it was very nice play for him before that. If Scotland can keep doing that sort of movement, they might be able to get Hornby into the channels.
Well, Mayo had fallen down there, but he still managed to get the header on the ground. Oh, the captain there going down. The number 6, Sadalek. Nothing in that. looking to try and get a free kick.
Very soft, just a touch of the hand from Nathan Patterson. And Ashby did well to turn that into a goal kick.
Over Hornby's head, Patterson trying to keep it in. Zima can knock it forward. Claims for a handball. The referee concurs with the Scotland appeals. Well, Ferguson tonight, you didn't mention about players with experience. He's played over 100 times in club football as well. How key is that partnership in there with Ross McCrory, given they play at club level?
Absolutely. Ferguson's played every minute of every league match for Aberdeen so far this season, and McCrory's played a string of consecutive games since he's moved there, and I think at international level having those partnerships that are either developed at club level or come together through you playing a lot of minutes together at international level can be really, really key.
All the Czechs stealing yards there as they get the throw. Away by Mayo. Nodded on by Campbell. Hornby with the high boot. And the free kick goes against the Scotland man. The man who scored the only goal of this game. Again, the Czechs want to get it underway again. Zima here. Patterson, Ferguson looking for the second attempt to get it to Hornby. McCrory trying to win possession back for Scotland. Hornby's going to collect. Need some support there. Hornby, what can he do? Up against Janisic. Now here's Redding. Hornby again. He'll have to take the throw.
Hornby did really well there after Scotland won the ball back, and that might be an area, particularly with the Czech Republic pushing their full-backs, especially right back so high up the pitch, might be able to get in behind them on the left-hand side.
Harvey. Back to McIntyre. The Czechs tried to push out here. Mayo had to be careful. Managed to knock it away, but the Czechs have possession again. Harvey goes to ground. Can't win possession. And now it's Vanacek up against McIntyre, but he's done enough. Lofts it forward. But it comes back again, the Czechs.
Great tackle by McCrory there.
Patterson. Ashby. Looking for Campbell. It's cut out by Zima. Decent play there by the big number 4. Janisic. Across to that far side. Zima again. Well, he needed the run from the captain. Sadalek didn't get it. And away by McCrory. Hornby's going to give chase here. The goalkeeper comes out. Good play by Jeslika. Janisic. Here's Krakel. Forward to Vanacek. Very ambitious effort. That didn't even look like troubling doing there.
Yeah, again, even though the Czech Republic have dominated the ball and are playing with almost 5 players along the front line, once more just a fairly long distance shot that didn't trouble doing.
Well, we'll take that all night, if that's all they're going to offer. Here's Patterson. Down looking for Campbell to give chase. Zima has to knock it forward. Ashby. Picked up by the Czechs though. They've got a chance to break forward here. Vanacek. Harvey goes down. No free kick, says the referee or the assistant, and it's a throw to the Czechs. They want to get on with it.
Another good tackle by McIntyre there. Looked like a foul on Harvey, but the Czech Republic have got on with things quickly.
Zima to Sadalek. The ball in. It's caused a bit of problems there. It's more up than out. But Doohan with a good shout to collect. And Scotland again just take the sting out of the game. Ferguson gets a second ball. Got Patterson on the right, but Ferguson bursting into the box here. He goes down, and it's going to be a free kick against the Scotland man. Seema rolls about, but he's done enough to get that free kick. Ferguson not happy, but it will be a free kick to the Czechs here.
Not sure if I saw what that free kick was for, but an impressive bit of running, ball carrying by Ferguson there, taking the ball from midfield forward 20 yards deep into the Czech Republic box.
Zima. Now Janacek. Zima again. He's got Sadalek in front of him. Goes back to Janacek here. Looking to get Durkal in here. Scotland just getting back just now. Doing enough so far, but Sadalek has a chance again. Poor touch. Patterson wins the throw in for Scotland.
Scotland doing well to get lots of bodies round the ball when there was an opportunity for the shot in the box there, but Durkal, as we've seen, can be a threat running the channels and getting in behind the fullbacks.
Mayo with that clearing header there. Harvey gets it back to Doohan. Scotland will take that.
Good, calm, composed play by Harvey there.
Hornby hits the back of his head. The Czechs get it clear though. Hornby with the foul. Free kick to the visitors. It was Janacek going down there, the two number 9s.
Impressive tracking back and working from Hornby there. Gave away the free kick, looked a bit accidental. Definitely a foul, but an accidental touch from Hornby, but very impressive to see him working back and trying to win the ball.
The defending from the front will be important. That has been important. And his goal scoring has been important. 24 minutes on the clock when he opened the scoring for Scotland. The only goal so far as we approach the hour mark. Scotland 1, Czech Republic 0 in this Euro 2021 qualifier at under-21 level. But here's Janacek for the Czech Republic. Onto the right hand side, the ball comes into the box, away by Mayo. Sadalek, the captain, thinks about a drive. It's blocked by Ferguson. Redding picks up, knocks it down into that left hand channel, and out into touch.
That was a dangerous moment there, but another really good header from Mayo. Janacek with his passing to get a wide, and then Sadalek with the left foot shot here. But again, Scotland showing that they can close down shots and block them well.
Czechs looking to build again. Sadalek, the captain. Havlati with the switch of play here. Danger again for Scotland. It was blocked by Redding, so it will be a corner kick to the Czech Republic.
Really nice diagonal ball all the way across the pitch there, but I thought Redding did particularly well to hold his ground and get a block in there.
Well, the Czechs have been dominating possession for the majority of this second half as the corner's flighted in. It hits off a Scotland head and it's going to be another corner kick. So the danger not over for Scotland. I think it was McIntyre that hit there.
Another dangerous ball in, but McIntyre did well to get his body on the line.
So Sadalek with the outswinger. It was Ashby winning the header, and he wins a free kick too.
Really brave from Ashby. You know, as we've spoken about, the second balls, that kind of intensity will be really important in this game, particularly in the second half, to see out the potential victory for Scotland. So encouraging to see that from, you know, the youngest player on the Scottish team.
We've now played an hour. It's Scotland who lead by a 0-0. Doing forward. Patterson looking to block Sadalek there, who manages to get it clear. Ashby for the touch to Ferguson. He goes down. The referee says no free kick. And Mayo had knocked it down into that right hand side. Ferguson still down. McCrory tries to win possession. Given away, and the Czechs now looking to go on a break here. Ferguson just getting to his feet just now. Harvey manages to knock it out, and Ferguson's gone down again. So worrying times here for Scotland as the Spanish official, Mr. Fernandez, has stopped the play. Ferguson may need some treatment here. Going down there, and he's back up now, so that's encouraging. No treatment required.
Not too clear what happened to Ferguson, but good to see him back on his feet and moving back into his midfield position now.
Jedlicka, the goalkeeper, lofted forward, won by Redding. The Czechs looking to go up that left hand side again. McIntyre across. And again, it's no nonsense defending. Don't try and do anything too difficult, just get it clear.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd won his header just moments before, but an unfortunate ricochet brought it back into play, and he did very well to keep up with the run and put that out.
Harvey with the clearing header, helped out by Campbell. Patterson just knocks it out into touch. Do you think now, with 62 minutes on the clock, you think Scott Gemmell and Peter Houston will be thinking of a change?
Might be something they're considering. Scotland are, as much as we maybe not conceded any significant chances, we're not seeing a lot of the ball, or at least not holding possession in this half. So perhaps a change in midfield, maybe David Turnbull, or maybe, as we mentioned, the Czech Republic fullbacks are playing very high up, particularly on the right hand side. Maybe some pace, somebody like Conor McLennan or Logan Chalmers, who can get in behind.
And Chalmers has been playing for Dundee United regularly recently. Reading had gone to ground there. Couldn't win possession back though. McCrory looking to stride out. Hornby couldn't keep that one in. But the throw goes to Scotland. I have to confess, I thought it was a Czech ball.
I thought it looked like a foul before the ball went out of play. Yeah, definitely should have been a foul for Scotland, but we've got the throw in.
Campbell. And McCrory doing well to get in there. The Czechs looking for a foul. And Reading just unlucky there. They seemed to do the hard part in getting possession, but they couldn't control it.
McCrory did really well to win the ball back there after he got bypassed. The Czech Republic's claiming it was maybe a foul, but pleasing part was that after winning the ball back, he made a really good pass to Reading. It was nearly through.
Patterson, Hornby trying to get in there, and the foul goes against the Scotland striker. It was the defender there, Platacci, who was looking to just hold him off there, did enough.
Scotland managing to win the ball back in central areas and get on the attack again, which is a change to how it's been for the majority of the first half so far. So encouraging last few minutes.
Patterson. Campbell's going to give chase. Back to Jedlicka, the goalkeeper. Nudge on Harvey there. Nothing doing though, free kick wise. Could be a chance on here for the Czechs. Scotland do enough.
Really good challenge there from Campbell to win that off Krakel. And again, although the Czech Republic had a bit of the ball there and were in threatening areas, no actual chance came from it.
Ferguson, Hornby, touch to Patterson. Down the line for Hornby again. Campbell's in the box. If Hornby can find him, just goes behind him. Reading looking to close in. The Czechs do enough to win back possession and get it clear. Good play though by Ferguson. Now McCrory. McIntyre. Cute play. Mayo. He was asking a bit of Patterson there. The Czechs looking to break here. Janisic out to that far side. Here he is again. The target's a captain. Sadalek. Back to Vanacek here. Now Zima. Scotland have got bodies back as Mayo gets it clear only to the edge of the box and claims for a handball. It's a free kick to Scotland.
Again, a lot of pressure from the Czech Republic there, but Lewis Mayo and Tom McIntyre, marshalling the box fairly well and winning the headers when balls are played in. And that was definitely a handball. Good battling in the box by the Scotland players there to cause that.
Well, a couple of substitutions now. And it's the Czech Republic bringing on Rusek, the number 19, and also Matusek. So they have decided now that the changes had to be made, because ultimately Doohan has really only had that one save to make from the free kick in the first half. And for them, they know now they want to make sure they keep that unbeaten run going at least.
Matusek that's come on is quite a speedy attacking midfielder winger. He's lined up on the left here, up against Harrison Ashby.
So Scotland have a free kick. That's a chance to get one into the box. Harvey blasts it into the area. Away by Sadalek. Patterson, the offside flag goes up. And Scotland unable to do anything with that set piece opportunity.
That was unfortunate. I think Ferguson had realised that Patterson was offside and told him to leave it, but didn't quite come off.
Mayo under pressure here. He's done enough. So the Czechs have made a couple of changes. 68 minutes on the clock. It's Scotland 1, Czech Republic 0. McCrory trying to win it back for Scotland. So the Czechs have another throw. And they're looking to win a free kick there. It was good play by Ferguson, just shielding the ball down the line, but the Czechs trying to buy a free kick there. It wasn't happening. Patterson doing well to shield the ball. Ferguson looking to play it down to Campbell. Sadalek up the line. Ferguson wins it back, goes down, and he does well to win that foul there. He knew what was coming.
Lewis Mayo dealt well with the ball forward, and Ferguson did really well to get in ahead there and shield the ball and win Scotland the free kick.
Yeah, clever play there. Was a free kick. He made sure of it. Now Scotland have this free kick. Ashby over it. The West Ham man. McIntyre with the knockdown, but the referee says he used illegal means to jump on the defender, and the Czechs take it quickly. They've given possession away, but Reading turned into danger there, and he's given away a free kick, and he's going to get a yellow card here.
Yeah, I think Reading realised that the Czech Republic player was going to get ahead of him and opted to pull him down. There's really no debate about that being a foul.
So Scotland looking to make their first change of the evening. And it's Barry Maguire, the Motherwell man, who is coming on. And going off is Nathan Patterson. What do you make of that change?
Well, it might be a way to strengthen the midfield somewhat. Maguire more of a player that can play defensive midfield, also at centre back. Be interesting to see where he slots in. It'll also add a bit more experience into the side. So an interesting move from Gemmell.
He's had 4 sub appearances for Motherwell this season.
Came on for the last 30 minutes of the tie with the Czech Republic last year, and although he's played limited minutes this season, he's very experienced. He's got about 3,000 club minutes across all competitions in his career so far. It looks as though he's maybe gone to right-sided centre back. Maybe Scotland are going to move to 3, or maybe Harrison Ashby's going to move up to right wing ahead of him.
Well, less than 20 minutes to play now, and Scotland have that slender lead. It could be absolutely massive tonight if Scotland could get the win, and their chances of reaching a first European Championship since 1996 would still very much be alive. And can they extend this lead? Hornby just couldn't get the ball into Campbell there, who was waiting.
Really close. Good long throw from Maguire, who it does seem is just playing it right back with Ashby ahead of him. And Hornby was nearly able to set Campbell in for a chance.
So Maguire looking for the long throw here. One of the benefits of bringing him on. Being urged to hurry up by the assistant referee. The free kick given against Lewis Ferguson. Well, I don't know if we could take any more tension or drama after last night, but this is a critical game for Scotland. It's a very tight group, this qualifying group. McIntyre doing well, and he can complete the clearance as well, but he doesn't want to be caught in possession. He wins the free kick instead.
Did really well there, McIntyre. Not only did he win the ball back in a very dangerous area, had the calmness and composure to bring it forward and use his body well to win a foul when the pass wasn't on. I've been very impressed by him tonight.
16 minutes on the clock. Left on the clock rather, and Scotland leading 1-0. Daniel Harvey there to take the throw. Made that move from Ayr United to MK Dons in the summer. And he has had 3 appearances as well for them. Scored that goal, as we mentioned earlier, against Ipswich. Hornby looking to get the better of his man here. Holding up the ball and Redding has to retrace his steps. Didn't want to jump in there. He's on a booking. One of the Czech players going down. Didn't seem too much contact in that, but they win the free kick. It was Rusek, the substitute, who won that free kick there, the number 19.
It wasn't clear there was a lot of contact in that, but it did halt the break.
Well, the Czechs now desperate to try and get something, and Sadalek with the ball into the area. Confusion in the box, Scotland trying to get it away. Mayo does. Ashby forward looking for Hornby, and Scotland get some yards up the field. (1996) the last time Scotland reached an under-21 Euros. Tommy Craig was in charge back then. Scotland finished 4th at the tournament. Now the Czechs going on a surge up the far side. It's Matisek, the other sub, who came on. He's done well to persist to try and win that, but just his touch lets him down. That might be what it's going to take, the persistence to try and get back into the match. And just incidentally, if Scotland do reach the finals, the tournament has changed its format because it's going to be played in 2 stages. The group stage will be played in March, and the knockout stage will be played in late May, early June, because of the issues with COVID-19, and that will make sure it doesn't clash with the Senior European Championship finals in the summer. So it will be a bit different from what was originally planned. Good look at the goalkeeper. McCrory comes in. Can't get enough on it though. The Czechs retain possession. Harvey is persistent there, unable to get it back. And the Czech Republic moving forward. Janisic back to Zima there. Campbell can force the goalkeeper to going long. Sadalek, the Czech captain, will have this throw-in opportunity. 13 minutes to go. Is it getting a bit nervy, do you feel?
A little bit. The Czech Republic are playing very high up, putting a lot of pressure on Scotland at the moment, but as we saw there, maybe there's going to be an opportunity to get in behind them.
Sadalek's ball in, away by McIntyre. There's a miss-hit there by Havlati. Danger still not over for Scotland. Janusek. Sadalek into the area now, goes for goal. Doohan gets there at the second attempt. Nearly squirmed away from him, but the goalkeeper was able to gather.
Dangerous attack there, and Sadalek, the left back, the captain, got through, and he has got a very good left foot. But you know, at the second attempt, Doohan got that with no real pressure on him. No Czech players around about him really.
Yeah, Scotland defenders seem to have it covered in any case. A bit of a waste there. Hornby getting a bit frustrated up there. Forlorn chase. And Ashby still full of energy, looking to press the goalkeeper. Krakel. Janusek. Harvey tries to clear. He wins the throw. Well, interesting. Do you think that Scott Gemmell will make any other changes now, looking at his bench?
Possibly. Might look, you know, as we mentioned, for a little bit of pace to stretch that Czech Republic high back line. You mentioned that Scotland last qualified for the Under-21 Euros in 1996, but in 2009 we came third in our qualification group, only on goal difference, and this is potentially going to be quite a tight group, so it'll be interesting to see if we can nick a goal.
Campbell. Czechs bring it away. Janusek. Just too much on it there. Yeah, the head-to-head very important as well. That's the key difference when it comes to tiebreaker situation. Of course, Scotland with this win, could go second tonight in the table. That's another change for the Czechs. Granecci is on. A yellow card shown there as well. Not quite sure who that was for.
Yeah, it's not clear to me either what that was for.
The referee unhappy there. Might have been for Krakel. Harvey, good play by Hornby. Just behind Campbell, but he has possession. Ashby, surely a free kick it is. Good play, just bringing the ball inside. Well, the referee wants a word with Ashby. That's a yellow card for Ashby, and also a yellow card for Granecci, who's just on. Well, Granecci made the foul, but Ashby wasn't happy with that. So Scotland have the free kick. It's a very crowded area at the edge of the box there. Ferguson up for Hornby. Lovely back heel. McCrory might have a chance to go for goal. It's there for Scotland. 2-0. And the captain leading by example. Ross McCrory with his first goal at this level for the under-21s, and at a crucial time. We see it again here, and it was lovely play there by Hornby.
That's an incredible goal, absolutely brilliant, really smart free kick, and what a touch from Hornby that is to put it to the goal scorer, and a clean finish into the far corner that the goalkeeper had no chance for. Two fantastic goals today for Scotland so far, and a really nicely taken finish by McCrory. But what about the touch from Fraser Hornby? Incredible.
Well, the captain leads the way, and Scotland lead 2-0 here at Tynecastle Park. Could this week get any better for Ross McCrory? Well, that just takes a bit of pressure off now for Scotland. Well, the Czechs lead the group on 15 points. Scotland will go to 14 with that win. And they'll have had to play a game less than the Czechs. So a substitution now for Scotland. And it's going to be Conor McLennan. You did call that earlier, didn't you? You said that McLennan might be the man. He's coming on for Ashby now, who has that booking.
McLennan's a really good dribbler. You know, if we're needing an outlet, somebody other than Hornby's kind of height to win the long balls, he can maybe take it into the corners for us and get us up the field and, you know, see out the win. McLennan turned 21 just a couple of days ago, and he's, you know, already got over 2,500 Premiership minutes, just sub appearances this season so far for his club, but good opportunity to get on the pitch here.
He scored both against Croatia earlier on in the campaign in that great win. It was a great start to the campaign, winning over in Croatia. It was the second game of the campaign. Hornby looking to pick up the second ball here. Lovely back heel to Redding. He's looking to hold it in the corner and see what he can get. He gets a throw in. 6 minutes to play, maybe slightly early for that, but Scotland doing enough to let the clock tick down.
Lovely touch from Hornby there yet again, really showing that he has, you know, the technique to go along with his size and his threat in the air.
Hornby, does he win the free kick? He does. You could hear the screams. It's in a good position for Scotland, this.
Again, really nice technique from Hornby to drive forward there and you know, be aggressive with his dribbling, and definitely was a free kick there, barged off the ball. interesting that he's standing over the free kick as well. Maybe Scotland aren't going to put this in the box, and we'll just start looking to see the match out.
So a chance here for Scotland to really settle this match with under 5 minutes to play. Ferguson over this one. Hornby looking to take it into the box. Maybe try to be too clever there. And the Czechs looking to burst upfield, but it's McCrory. Lofted all the way into the arms of Jedlicka. Great challenge here by Mayo, because Granetti wasn't giving up, and Scotland get the goal kick as well. Maguire doing enough.
Brilliant last ditch challenge there from Mayo, and as you said, Maguire managing to turn that into a goal kick, not for the first time in that kind of deep area on the right there. Scotland managing to kind of end the threat by turning things into a goal kick.
Doing forward. Scotland with a spring in their step now. McCrory just going in a bit late there, and it's going to be a free kick to the Czechs. It was a very, very positive result for Scotland. It's turning into a good week so far. The tension and the drama of Hampden last night. A crucial match this for the 21s. 2-0 with 3 minutes to play. The Czechs not giving up yet though. They will try and put an element of doubt in Scotland's minds if they can try and get something here. Granetti, and it goes away. And Hornby now. McLennan. Hornby giving chase. The goalkeeper coming out of his area, and he plays the percentage. Just
really
knocking
good
out for a throw.
Again, from Hornby there, excellent kind of control from the long ball and lay off and run in behind. Get Scotland all the way up to the pitch, almost to the Czech penalty box.
So Maguire will take this one. No, Ferguson couldn't get it back to Maguire there, so throw in. Ferguson looking for Hornby. He's got Campbell in front of him. The reverse ball, Campbell could sneak in there, but Hornby really working hard tonight.
Almost came off, just not quite on the same wavelength as each other with the run there, but showing signs that even in the late stages, Scotland can still potentially get in behind for a third.
Well, the Czechs in the Scotland half now. They know it's now or never. It's a big ask to try and get 2 goals. Sadalek, the captain, back to Janacek. Scotland looking to get it clear. Campbell. We'll get your man of the match in a minute, Owen, as Scotland have possession through McCrory. Sadalek picks up. Infield, Janacek. Janacek again. Is there a late chance here for the Czech Republic, and McIntyre doing enough? It's going to be a corner kick.
Dangerous ball in there, but McIntyre did really well to get in ahead of any Czech attackers and get that cleared. Maybe the last chance for the Czech Republic here. Flighted in, all the way to the back. Danger not over for Scotland, and out it goes into touch. Three minutes to play here of added on time.
starting now. Scotland just need to see it out. Well, Owen, your man of the match tonight.
Yeah, there's been a number of really good performances throughout the Scotland team, but I'm going to go with Fraser Hornby. I think he's led the line for Scotland really well, but most importantly, he came up with a really good goal and a brilliant assist for the second.
Yeah, scored one, set one up. He's just 2 goals off breaking the record as well of goal scoring in the under-21 level.
Something for him to have his eye on next week against San Marino, perhaps.
Well, absolutely. He's on 7. Scott Booth and Jordan Rhodes joint first on 8, so 2 against San Marino, and he will break that record. And there he is again involved. Sadalek away by Ferguson. Scotland certainly would deserve a clean sheet tonight, the way they've defended as well. Doing only with those couple of saves to make, but the ball comes into the box and the goalkeeper has it in his hands. He had to make the save from the free kick in the first half and then gathered at the second attempt after making a decent save from Sadalek in the second, but apart from that, he's not had too much more to do other than get the basics right.
I agree with that, absolutely. Particularly impressed with McIntyre and Mayo, given that they're a new partnership, and I think they've defended the box really well and limited Czech Republic, apart from the type of chances that you mentioned, the set pieces and so on, to generally long distance shots and kind of hopeful crosses.
Well, Scotland winning here tonight, and we don't want to take anything for granted, but going to San Marino, who have not won a game yet and have not scored a goal yet and conceded 40, then you would think that Scotland would get a result in that match, but don't want to be too presumptuous. But if they get 6 points, it really gives them a great chance of qualifying.
Absolutely. Croatia, who drew 0-0 with the Czech Republic last month, beat San Marino 10-0 last night, so that's a standard to consider.
So what you're saying is Fraser Hornby could really set a record for years to come.
A record in a match, let alone overall.
And he wins the free kick there. The man playing his football in France. Yeah, and you look at the next round of fixtures on August 13th, it's Greece, Croatia, San Marino, Scotland and Lithuania, Czech Republic. And the Czechs can't take anything for granted given that good Lithuania result yesterday.
Absolutely.
They beat the Greeks. So, time ticking down here. Almost over here at Tynecastle Park. Mayo to take this free kick. And the referee calls the game to an end. It's a fantastic result for Scotland. The Czech Republic came into this game undefeated, but Scotland have managed to get the better of them tonight by 2-0. And Owen, what's your thoughts on this one?
That was a wonderful victory. I think you would say that although the Czech Republic maybe had the vast majority of the possession, Scotland deserved it on the basis of the chances. 2 wonderfully taken goals, and it really set Scotland up very, very well for the remainder of this group.
Well, Ross McCrory, the man that got the winner, the captain, and it was a very, very positive performance and result for Scotland. As I say, they go into second place in the group with that win. He's got a game in hand over the Czechs as well. It's a trip to San Marino next, but certainly Scotland getting that goal in the first half through Fraser Hornby that set them on their way, and this was it.
What a fantastic goal this is. Ball won by Nathan Patterson, seizing on that throw. Hornby had the chance to shoot there, but calmness and composure, and then Patterson showed the same, laying it off for Hornby, and what a finish this is. Side-footed it in right off the post.
Yeah, that was 1-0 to Scotland, and that was very positive going in at half-time. Something to build on, something to hold on to as well. And then in the second half, Hornby, the man that scored the opener, turned provider for the captain, Ross McCrory.
This is a really nicely worked free kick. Great run from Hornby. In comparison to Scotland, Czech Republic maybe not getting around the ball enough in the box because the layoff is beautiful. McCrory has a bit of time. What a shot that is into the far post. Goalkeeper's not left with a chance. A brilliantly worked, smart goal, full of technique and clinicism.
Yeah, and he's played 10 times for Aberdeen this season. He's got a couple of goals against Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premiership and Viking in the Europa League qualifiers. But that was his winner tonight, the captain, to give Scotland a 2-0 victory. It's San Marino we go to next, and Serravalle. Scotland surely will get a positive result in that one, and they will have a real chance of qualifying for their first European Championships since 1996. Now that's the under-21s. Our attention turns back to the senior squad. They're in action on Sunday, 7:45 kickoff against Slovakia at Hampden Park, and then it's the Czech Republic senior team at Hampden in the UEFA Nations League. You can keep up to date with that one on the Scottish FA social media channels. It's live on Sky Sports 2. And thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back with more coverage from the under-21s next month here at Tynecastle Park when the Scotland host Croatia.